Oh, that's cool.
Alright. Let's get the elephant out of the room and just fucking get this video over with. Cheto. So, fucking hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Show's like retarded loud. Alright. Let's just like dig in.
Gentlemen and female gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We are looking into quite the rabbit hole that I didn't even know existed, but apparently it does. So this fine-tempered individual is a trans activist creator on TikTok.
You didn't have to tell me. I could like already tell.
That is viral as shit. So, Sydney Watson made a video, TikTok's most insufferable trans creator won't go away. Oh no. So lock in, boys and girls. We are going down a rabbit hole with this one. People just don't have patience for this anymore. I love watching society come together and be like, you know what? We just don't want to deal with this shit.
Why does everyone on the internet hate me? Does anyone on the internet not hate me?
Well, I don't know you yet, so I probably will start hating you very soon.
So I just got this new microphone, and I'm honestly not entirely sure how it works.
Hilarious.
What am I
This
watching?
person looks like a fucking Saints Row 4 like the default trait character when you first load up the game.
All Trump needs to do is exist, and you get an infinite content jutsu. Yes, this is a vibrator. I use it for my vagina. At least I will when I get a vagina.
What am I watching here right now?
Yeah.
My vagina. Your vagina.
Hi, my name is Sydney.
Your
Welcome
Ginies.
back to hell.
I'm ready.
And as
Let's
per usual,
go.
Before we launch in, today's video is sponsored by Fume. So, since TikTok kicked the gender ideology,
This person makes kids content? No!
Cock
Someone in
tick.
chat just said that this is a kids content creator, this trans individual. Yes, he does. Yes, she does. Yes, he does. I have 3 people in chat in a row. Yes, he does. Yes, she does. And yes, he does. So based. Fuck. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right. Anyway. Wow. Kids content with a vibrator. Let's go, dude.
movement
Many such cases. Many
Kids
such cases.
content
into overdrive,
with the vibrator.
we've all become familiar with people
Now
like
isn't that
Dylan
just awesome?
Mulvaney and Jeffrey Marsh, 2 trans-identified
True.
people who routinely go viral for the worst reasons.
How are you doing?
Hi, homie. I'm Tony.
Oh my god.
Not anymore. I was
Oh,
fine
man.
a minute ago. All right, we were talking about the white
Where's
lady
Filthy
that made $1 million
Frank when you
saying
need
the
him?
N-word, and everything was wonderful. And now this happened. That
It's
was not in
Filthy
context.
Frank,
You have to watch the other video before you
motherfucker.
judge me.
It's
Well,
Filthy
not
Frank,
anymore.
bitch.
I
That's exactly what I said. Don't say pre-watched. I didn't pre-watch.
am begging you to blink.
Excuse me, where's the women's restroom?
Anyway, let me tell you about LC Signs. My name's Tony.
Sorry, ma'am, you're not allowed into the women's restroom. Well, I guess I'll just piss on the floor.
All right,
That's just as bad as going in the women's restroom. That's fucked up. What is going on here, man?
What
that's enough
the
internet
fuck?
for today. But there is
Yeah,
another
for
trans.
Like, is this like a
please.
whole meme? It's like,
My
look at us invade
eyes.
women's spaces. Woo! Let's go. I respect women so much. I'm gonna rub my penis all over them.
Identified individual
Let's
on
go.
the platform who is less well known.
Like
but
whenever
still
whenever I see shit like that, I just immediately think of that fucking Slipknot song. Yeah, what was it? It's like the pain, and it's all wait no what is it? I gotta fucking look at this. Hold on. I'll put this fucking. What is it? Oh my gosh. We got another shit. 1 hour ago, chat. Hopefully we could strike while the iron's hot on this one. What is the fucking... I think it's this shit. Yeah, I just want to push my fingers to my eyes. Only thing is that it stops it. And it's made of all the things You thought I was gonna get copyrighted. You can fuck right off.
very much disliked for a multitude of reasons. And that person is Lily Tino. Tino is
I have never heard of this person. I've just seen clips like floating around, just
I
harassing
put my
people in public.
fingers
a
into
30-year-old
my
transgender influencer
I
who
I have a really hot take. If someone doesn't respect you You don't need to
Respected by autoridades.
I know that this is a concept that a lot of people don't understand on the internet. It's like, why would you misgender this person? Well, this person stabbed
Oh,
you
no,
with a
I'm
fork,
offended.
all right? And
I'm
think that's valid.
offended.
I think it's valid. Hot take. Hot take. I respect people, but they need to respect me first.
Whose whole shtick is going into restaurants and essentially bullying minimum wage workers when they don't use the correct pronouns or terminology.
That is what I saw. Absolutely. That
Yeah,
is what I saw.
literally.
But this individual recently popped back up onto my radar after posting a series of clips documenting getting face feminization surgery. This is basically where a plastic surgeon shaves your face bones. These videos drew a
Nice.
lot of
What the
attention
fuck,
and
dude?
very quickly went viral, with many people pointing out that Tino looks exactly the same.
You did all that and you look the same,
So it didn't
dude.
go viral because of the content.
Can you imagine being so delusional, dude? Like, you did all that. You literally put your body through, like, pain and shit. Like, for, like, actually, like, nothing, dude. Fucking nothing burger.
Creator. It only went viral. People saying nothing changed. You got scammed, homie. That's
Gamazo.
crazy. Oh my god, that's awesome, bro. Holy shit, that's beautiful. Love that. Respect is earned, not given. Yeah, true. Yeah, reciprocal respect. Reciprocal, my favorite word.
Dude, that is one brutal observation
Whoa,
when you
bro.
have probably spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to
Dollars and surgeries and all sorts of shit, and nothing to shave your cheekbones.
not look the same.
Yar,
I actually
yar,
found
yar.
this one video where somebody
That's
asks
crazy.
Tino during a live stream if there is any plan to get this
Asking all them
specific surgery,
questions.
and Tino's like, "Yeah, I already got it."
What's more insulting? Just misgendering the person or saying, "Girl, you look beautiful. Have you considered going through cheekbone surgery?" And then she's like, "I already did that." "Oh, would you consider removing your Adam's apple?" "Oh, I already did that." "Oh,
What the
would
fuck,
you
dude?
consider fuck, that's crazy.
Am I getting FFS? Not only am I getting it, I got it.
Yeah, I don't know, but
What the fuck
yeah,
even is
no,
FFS?
you did not realize how badly you
For
were just
fuck's sake.
insulted.
Can't. The secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
But even before this new wave of attention, Tino had become pretty infamous in certain circles for seemingly
Pretty infamous. Pretty infamous. I thought she said
Infamous
pretty. And
George.
I was like, what? Then infamous. I was like, ah.
dedicating all content creation to playing the victim and making people deeply
Oh my God, dude,
uncomfortable
this is just, like, I can't, dude. This is just so fucking cringe to me.
out in the real world.
Let's go.
And frankly, when I started looking into Tino for this video,
Good
I
stuff.
thought that this was the biggest piece of criticism being thrown Tino's way.
Oh my, I didn't know about this. This is such a wonderful rabbit hole that I am so glad exists personally for me. I'm upset that people like this exist, don't get me wrong, in regards to harassing people in public and forcing them to use words that make you feel better. But I do, however, have to say thank you for the retards to give me content. See, the thing is,
I don't know. I feel like that's the whole reason of freedom of speech. Like, you shouldn't have to, like, you know, limit your vocabulary just to make other people, you know, comfortable, just to, you know, accommodize somebody else. Like, that's, like, kind of fucking retarded.
like, when you look into the trans community, you get a lot of people just saying, we want to live our life and we want you to leave us alone.
All right, man.
And then they
I'm gonna get
immediately
outta
turn
here.
around and harass people in public.
All right,
But
party
that is
boy.
not what leaving you alone means. That's not what it means. I am telling you, no one will radicalize you against the trans movement like extreme people in the trans movement.
Just a usual gender ideology suspect traumatizing
God.
people out in public. But then I looked further and found that Lily Tino is actually much, much worse than that.
Oh, hell
And
yeah,
in the
dude.
years this person has been making content, they have done some incredibly bizarre and gross things, some of which involves
Oh,
content
God.
targeted at children.
Again,
course.
I'm telling you, nothing radicalizes you against the trans movement like the people in the trans movement. Like, it's crazy. No matter how much time you spend watching fucking Fox News
Oh,
and
man.
Andrew-
How did I have a feeling that it was going to be some shit like this, dude? Like, we literally just made a video about, like, some shit similar to this with, like, fucking... Not with the trans student that time, but, like, yo, where kids were getting fucking... You know, almost kidnapped and fucking molested and shit, dude. And it's like, god damn it, man.
Tate and all these other motherfuckers on the internet that on the right, none of them will shove you down a right-wing rabbit hole like the left will.
Are we surprised? And honestly, at this point,
Many such cases.
I mean, I have told you guys so many stories about people like this that While in this case there is no smoking gun, I freely admit that, there's nothing that I can point to and say, look, here it is, here's the proof. I do feel pretty confident in saying in this case that where there is
Alright.
smoke, there's usually fire. So I thought I would
Alright,
guide
well,
all of
let's
you
go.
through these little smoke plumes.
Hell yeah.
Here is a proof.
Timeline, mark my words, we will see some flames.
Many such cases.
It's also worth saying that Lily Tino has had a lot of controversies, and I won't be getting into every single one of them.
Dude, I didn't even know this person existed other than the occasional, like, random clip harassing people in public. This is wild.
In this video for the sake of brevity, so if I miss something, don't yell at me in the comments.
I'm just saying, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think a colossal boss move would be if President Donald J. Trump came out as a woman. He would immediately checkmate everyone. People
Yeah,
on the
then
right
everybody
wouldn't
would
care,
have to be
and
forced to
still
be a
call
tr-
him,
you know,
him,
normal.
and people on the left would immediately have to admit that President Trump is the first female president. Like, you gotta recognize, bro. It is like the ultimate Giga 4D chess move. You gotta understand how fucking insane that would be. It would end democracy as we know it.
So before you all once
Dude,
again
and
board my
democracy.
hell gondola and I take you on yet another
Just
trauma-inducing
straight oligarchy.
ride,
Let's go,
hear from today's
trauma,
sponsor, Fume. And you better watch this one because I wore a bald cap.
Sorry, bald cap. Not gonna work.
unfortunate-
Not gonna work, bro. Sorry.
Towards the end of January 2025, Tino posted a video discussing going into the women's bathroom and seeing a 3-year-old girl in there too.
What the fuck, dude?
Again, when your
What
quote
the
unquote
fuck?
rights override the rights of other people,
Of other
that is
people.
the moment I stop caring. I immediately stop caring about your plight.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel, dude. It's like that situation where that entire class of gym girls that were forced to change in front of the one singular transgender person that was there simply because they didn't want to use the. Keep in mind, they already had their own bathroom there. Like, they had their own bathroom that they were able to use to not make anybody uncomfortable, and so they wouldn't feel uncomfortable. But yet, that wasn't enough. They have to have it their way and make everybody else uncomfortable, and everybody, made it known to the teachers that they were uncomfortable. Like, it wasn't just one student, being an asshole towards the trans person. It was the whole class felt uncomfortable type shit. And like the teacher, like the classes, the mothers protested it and shit. Moms protested it and shit. And the teachers still forced the kids to change in front of them. Like, what the hell?
Frick out of here.
And it was me. and
Literally
this little
forced
girl
them.
and
Like,
no
what the
one
fuck?
else. And
Just hear that again.
A 3-year-old girl in there too.
All right, get ready to hear the soundbite of all time.
it was me and this little girl and no one else.
Thank you. I'd like to die now, please.
And she kind of looked at me and I just nodded my head and didn't look at her. I was it's kind of awkward.
Tino goes on to
Tino was offended because a 3-year-old might have misgendered a
He
trans
was
person in the women's
offended.
bathroom.
Yeah, then why the
Wow,
fuck are you in there,
that's
dummy?
Crazy. Like, why would you make this video? You realize how bad this makes you look.
express
fucking
fear
predator.
that if the mother left the stall and saw Tino there with her daughter, the mother would have made unfair assumptions about the situation.
What unfair assumptions? That a biological male is in a woman's bathroom with a 3-year-old child? What's the assumption? What
Yeah,
assumption
you
is there?
So
fucking freak.
Tino decided to leave.
Yeah, you
Gee,
should.
I can't imagine why.
Crazy.
An assumption that could be very dangerous for me.
Oh yeah, trans people, they're just walking around in public, always fearing their
Right.
lives. Their lives are at risk. What if a 3-year-old just falls onto their lap? Oh, anything but that.
Unsafe.
Ah.
So
Dude, oh my god.
You fucking hear this guy, man.
stop. The fear mongering. There aren't transgender concentration camps, okay? That shit is not happening.
instead of waiting for that to potentially happen.
I love how Tino thinks it's more dangerous for trans people to go into women's bathrooms than for the women in women's bathrooms, when now anyone could go into women's bathrooms as long as they claim they're another gender. Like, I love the
Yeah, literally,
misplaced
as long as
priorities
you
of
just
these
throw in a
people.
skirt
It's
and say that you
absolutely
identify as a
mind-boggling.
fucking
I
hermaphrodite, you're
left
good, dude. You
the
can just go into
bathroom
whatever
and
bathroom you
decided I
want.
didn't need to pee that bad.
You know, it's
Fucking
funny.
crazy.
I've been
When are they going to start installing urinals in females' bathrooms? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
because
for
all
real.
of those trans women that have penises are definitely deserve to piss in a urinal. Am I right, guys? Am I right, guys?
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
wrong, guys. Don't validate my retardation.
a woman my entire life, and I have never felt this way in a bathroom around other women or little children. I wonder why.
Listen. The reason why women are comfortable in women's bathrooms and trans women are not comfortable in
What a
women's bathrooms
fucking, what a bunch of
is
idiots, dude. This is
complete
just so...
coincidence, because there is no difference between trans women and
Like, why the fuck is this even a discussion,
right,
dude?
guys?
The fact that we have to talk about this,
Lots
man.
of people pointed
Dude, I'm gonna get fucking annihilated on YouTube if I start making jokes.
out how unlikely this situation was, given that mothers
Don't
are
try it,
probably not
Tentakin.
leaving their 3-year-old children unattended like this. But more than anything, they were quick to point out how creepy this was, and how Tino rightly identified that the women's bathroom probably wasn't the place to be. Again,
Weird,
I wonder
weird.
why.
To quote Rachel Ziegler, weird.
Weird.
They posted this online? No!
Found that someone on Reddit called Minimum Corner had recreated this scene using AI. Not the noodle hair! Like many progressive trans
Please tell me that was AI. Please tell me this is AI.
clips, I found that someone on
I hope it's AI.
Reddit called Minimum Corner had
Yeah, it had to
recreated
be
this
AI.
scene using
Motherfucker looked like
AI.
Mark
Not the
Zuckerberg.
noodle hair. Like many progressive trans people on the internet, Tino seemingly has a big obsession with the women's
So this is a biological male wearing feminine clothing.
What the fuck,
and a
dude? What is with
mustache.
this
Just wanna make
freak?
this clear.
bathroom and has posted about being in it regularly on TikTok. As if this is supposed to make women feel all welcoming.
Yeah, why you...
True.
First of all, you're not even
People don't
supposed to
realize
record
this,
in
like,
the
trans
bathroom, dude.
movement-
Like, I'm pretty sure it's like an actual like federal crime for you to fucking record in the bathroom. Like, why are you recording in the bathroom, you freak?
made women much more comfortable. And any lies detected in my statement?
Will insist on filming in here. Stop this.
Please go away for the love of God!
But like I mentioned earlier, this video by itself is not a smoking gun. Unless the smoking gun is how quickly children can identify weirdos.
No, that's not to be talked about at all. What do you mean? That woman's just that child is just a racist and a transphobe.
He's just
probably
a
All right, it means
misogynist,
that the
though.
parents aren't teaching
A
the child
misogynista.
about things that the child really should not know about.
But since 2020, when Tino started posting on TikTok very often about transitioning, we've gotten over the years a very clear picture of who this person is. And
right,
you
let's
know,
go.
what can I say? It's not great.
Let's
this
go,
is
let's
a
go.
child
Oh,
whose
no.
behavior paints a
Of course
very
it's not.
disturbing and alarming picture with weirdness towards children, hypersexualized content, and general creepiness.
Many such cases.
I kind of feel like this is a person on the Chris Tyson trajectory.
Oh.
And
Oh,
we all
God.
know
Oh,
how well
shit.
that turned out.
Oh shit.
Ah,
You
shit.
know, it's only a matter of time. Lily Tino,
Yeah.
Ah, shit, ninja.
Listen, yeah.
who self-styles as a food critic, initially gained
A food critic, trans activist.
Definitely not gonna end well, my
internet
neighbor.
notoriety for basically harassing waitstaff and waiting for opportunities to be misgendered/offended.
Hi there.
Regular water, okay?
Yes, please. And oh, just so you know, are you my server?
Yes.
My pronouns are she, her. I use she,
My
her
pronouns are she, her.
This is this is crazy, bro. This is content.
Not sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart.
The waiter guy said I'm sorry. He literally capitulated to your shit. What? Sorry, sir.
This shit is literally this video. He uniron. Oh my god. Joji. What the fuck is it, dude?
Ain't nothing like a good salad.
This is
Say it
literally
ain't nothing
what
like
these
a
people
good
sound
salad.
like saying this shit.
Hey, I'm vegan. Did you hear me? Hey, take him off.
My
I'm
pronouns
vegan.
are she, he, She, her.
Did you hear me? I said I'm
Okay,
vegan.
that's she, her, it.
Jeez. I'm
I
vegan.
identify as a pterodactyl.
Vegan.
I'm a pterodactyl.
Oh, you're vegan? I didn't know that.
My
I
pronouns.
need to know that.
My
Maybe
pronouns.
it's loud and outspoken is just a problem in general that we all have to deal with every day.
Dang, dang. Right there. Just like that.
Homie, my name's Tony.
Sweetwater starts like okay, not.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts.
Bro, these people even apologize.
It's like a knife. It always
Imagine
hurts.
being such a
Shut
fucking
up, dude.
bitch.
Nobody told you to do this. You
Goddamn,
chose to do this. So
unbelievable.
deal with it.
Holy.
Every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something.
It's like, bro, you don't see everybody with that tattoo bitching because some people don't like their tattoos. Like, can you imagine you got a tattoo and, like, every single time somebody was like, dude, that tattoo looks kind of stupid. You just start crying and, like, you know, demanding that everybody say that your tattoo is cool. Like, what the fuck?
Something that happened.
Are you serious? Person said sir as a reflex. As a reflex. Said sir. Immediately apologized and is calling for the manager. This is unreal. These people suck. They have no respect. And honestly, misgendering these people might teach them a life lesson about life. I'm not saying that, like, in general, I personally am a very, don't bother me type of individual. I don't
Fuck around and
care.
find
I'm
out.
just gonna live life. I don't give a fuck. I don't
The
fight
good
with random people in
old-fashioned.
public.
Fuck around
However,
and find out.
realistically, this is not a person whose rudeness should be tolerated. There is a point where you stop tolerating the retards, and this is that point.
Yeah.
100%.
Why are you making people's lives worse?
Why-
Why do your rights
I would have just
override
kicked them
the
out.
rights
I'm
of
like, yo,
other
bro, if
people?
you're
Bro,
here to cause a
transition
ruckus,
to
bro, you
Karen.
can leave
I was
now.
called sir, but the guy who the
And I am sure that the
I was
manager
called
heard
sir.
this and was like, and what's your point? See,
Yeah,
again,
okay,
I
so
think
what, sir?
that the trans movement thing, for a long time, I think more than 50% of people, personally, this is
I
my
was called
experience with
sir.
other people in public, I think the majority of people think that transgenderism is a mental illness. I
Yeah,
really think
100%.
that is what the majority of people think. However,
Thank you. That's what I've been saying for a fucking fat minute, dude. It's literally a mental illness, dude. If you all of a sudden start feeling like you're actually, like, you know, for instance, like me. If I just all of a sudden woke up one day and all of a sudden started feeling like I'm actually supposed to be a girl and I was born incorrect and I'm supposed to be a girl but I'm trapped in a guy's body, like, bro, that's not sane, dude. Like that's like trying to be transgender and then also being like Christian and trying to, you know, believe in God. Like, if you believe in God but you're also transgender, that you're basically saying that God can fuck up. Then that can't be a God if he fucks up. Like, what the hell? Like, you and yourself are a contradiction, dude. Like, what are you, like, what?
I think only a minority of people are willing to say that out loud because everyone's scared. I
Oh,
really
no,
do-
fucking, I'm not scared as fuck. I'm not scared of anything, dude. I've literally been saying that for fucking years on my stream, man. Like, that's literally a mental illness, dude. Instead of, like, feeding into this shit, we should be helping these people. Like, break out, like, making them feel okay and accept themselves and accept their bodies, not fucking pump them with fucking, you know, 20 cc's filled with cum and chop off their wieners. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I think that is likely the majority of people. That said, people want to capitulate because people don't want to deal with that shit. No one wants to deal with getting harassed on social media, being
I don't
called
give
out.
a
This is someone that is
fuck,
recording
dude.
themselves, fighting with the manager, getting the courts involved, getting the government involved, and all of that. No one wants any of that happening, so people capitulate, and I respect that. I do, because it is not anyone's business to go out there and fight for their values and their morals when they really would just rather live their life and be left alone.
Yeah, literally.
That said, yikes.
He called me sir twice in a row.
Oh, whoa!
He called me
Freedom of
sir
speech.
twice in a row.
Didn't know that, and thank you, I appreciate that.
Early on, this made a lot of viewers very upset, with some pointing out that the waiters and waitresses often sounded foreign, meaning that Tino was probably bullying people who speak English as a second language
I mean,
and don't
probably.
understand any of this weird pronoun gender ideology nonsense.
Yeah, like, this guy thinks that because he's a fucking identifies as a you know, troglodyte hermaphrodite pterodactyl, that, you know, the entire world is gonna, like, you know, acknowledge them, and that they have to acknowledge them or even know what it is. Like, bro, I don't know what that means, and neither do you. Like, what the fuck?
Also, we are living in a time period where men go out of the house and out into the world like this generally, looking extremely feminine. How are people supposed to know that you're not one of them when your voice sounds like this and you have this forehead? Be serious. Tino's rude and entitled
Well, I mean, points have been made.
videos set the stage for the increasingly bizarre content that was to come. Some of it was
Oh,
obviously
God, it
pretty
gets
standard
worse.
rage bait, like content pretending to be pregnant
You will never be pregnant.
and suggesting Kurt Cobain was trans and Abraham Lincoln was LGBT, or even
No, what is even going on? That has to be rage bait. There's no way. These people are real. But the thing is, you know that there are some kids that are just watching these TikToks. They are. They're just watching it.
even this one recent video from mid-April where Tino suggests that trans-identified individuals don't have to disclose that they are trans to sexual partners.
I think that's rape.
What the fuck, dude? That's literally like fraud, dude. Like, what the fuck? That is 100% rape. Can you imagine thinking you're getting with a girl and you pull down her pants and there's just a giant hog staring at you straight in the face? Just a nice giant snake eye?
What are you talking about?
Suggesting that if the partner can't tell, what is there to disclose? This is terrible advice.
What
I
the
am shocked,
fuck?
man. What is going on? You have to. What? Will you disclose
bro,
anything that
what?
you should be disclosing? You should be disclosing.
What
you
the
should not be
hell
hiding
even is
things
going on?
specifically that could turn people off. All right, if you are specifically hiding things about yourself,
Yeah,
to
that-
your
that-
sexual
that's just
partners,
fucked up,
then,
dude.
And you think that telling them would change their mind, then you are tricking them. What is even going on?
Because at that point, what are you even really disclosing? What is there to disclose?
Dude, this
no
guy has lost his
deception
mind.
when
But
you're dating
if
someone.
there's no deception, so tell them. I don't understand. If there's no deception, so tell them. If it doesn't matter, so tell them. Oh, it does matter. Oh, it really
bad,
matters a
talking about
lot,
deception
actually.
while deceiving. You
Oh,
fucking idiot, this guy.
cool.
When you don't have to disclose every single thing about yourself up front. That's the fun of it. You
So
get
then
to
what the
learn
fuck do you
about
care about
The
someone.
fun of it.
Obviously, this is
yourself,
widely
you fucking
frowned
idiot.
upon because what the hell? Have you guys
True.
ever noticed that the people who are often the most obsessed with consent absolutely throw it out the window when it comes to this issue?
She's so right. Right, you got Hamas Diddy Piker out there on Twitch, out there defending terrorist rapists and allegedly showing revenge porn of people to journalists and going to Diddy parties, and that person goes out there and calls anyone that criticizes him a pedophile.
I don't know. This whole thing is weird to me. The hypocrisy is weird to me. Being a very straight woman who loves manses, if I were to be in a situation
Careful.
where someone dropped their drawers and I didn't see the anatomy that I was expecting, I would be like, "Well, get out." There are definitely many jokes to be made here, but this is a family-friendly channel, and I'm trying not to gross you all out. I'm gonna let
Yeah,
Lily
wild,
Tino
bro.
do that for me.
Yeah, listen, Operation Let Them Speak. Nothing hurts the trans movement like the fucking radicals in the trans movement.
Jinkies, I found a
Oh, God.
big clue.
This is the second worst Velma adaptation I've ever seen.
I'm gonna let
God.
Lily Tino do that for me.
Jinkies, I found a big clue.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. What the that's gross.
There is no way that she just used a South Park, that this person just used a South Park reference. Oh my god, there's no way they just ruined the Harley Boys for me. Oh, I got a clue. I got a raging clue. Yeah. I got a raging clue. I'm gonna follow over there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow my clue too.
This is fucking kids content, man. Oh my god.
Jinkers.
I mean, I don't think we can expect any sound logic out of the person who made a minute-long video trying to explain why trans women are women using 2 different sized croissants.
No, I have to see that video. Please play that video.
2
Please play that
different
video,
sized
please.
croissants.
No, I want to see it.
croissant.
If that's even a sentence.
Oh man.
What am I doing with my life?
Oh, but there are
Oh, thank you, thank you.
biological differences. This croissant was born different. I'm not saying that there isn't a cosmetic difference between this croissant and this croissant, but they are.
Did he just say just a cosmetic difference? Is this guy fucking retarded? If it was just cosmetic differences, then we wouldn't be having this debate, because just by you being cosmetically dressing up like a woman, we would just, you would automatically be a woman. But that's not the case, because you can't even have kids. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
are both inarguably still croissants.
That is the worst logic I've ever heard in my life. That's the worst logic I've ever heard ever.
But other content,
Oh, God.
I'd actually argue them
This croissant has a penis and different chromosomes.
it quickly became very inappropriate and sexualized. In this recent video, Tino pretends to mistake a vibrator for a microphone.
Hilarious.
What am I watching right now?
Not entirely sure how it works.
Peak.
Tino has
Peak content, baby.
also
What, is
posted
he gonna
audio
fucking
segments
rub
from
that
a
on his
podcast
penis?
talking about adult acts, not to mention videos like this and all the OnlyFans content, which we'll come back to later.
Oh,
Why is
man,
it always
dude.
this way? Why is there always an OF account? Then there is all the
Bro.
weird content using food to discuss more sexualized things and also transgender surgeries. Since mid-2023, Tino has made many videos discussing getting surgery to remove the old testes, which are referred to as cake pops. I don't even have balls, and this makes my skin. Scrolling Tino's content.
This is traumatizing. This has millions of views. Oh my god.
Dude, this
You
is
can
so
see
weird.
Just how often these cake pop discussions come up. But the TikToker has also used donuts to discuss getting a Leo vagina.
This is like giving a cocaine addict like more cocaine and giving them a YouTube channel to explain to you why doing cocaine is okay and it's good for you.
Made and
This literally is kids content. This is literally child's content. You know that kids are the ones watching this. No one is gonna watch this aside from kids and retards. That is the only people that this is made for, and it is inherently talking about sexual content. I do not know how this shit doesn't violate some guidelines.
And get
Tony
banned.
reacted to this clips.
candy canes to reference potentially having the old penis removed. Dude, I am once again asking what I am
What
doing
the
here.
fuck,
Hi
dude?
everyone, did you know that this is a Twizzler, but it also can become a noose so that I can end my
Yo, so real.
This is my reward for seeing buttholes. One of the most egregious
All right.
examples of this
I really appreciate her seeing buttholes that I don't have to. Incredibly based.
showed up in 2024 when Tino went viral for a video posted at Disneyland, of all places.
Of
In the
course.
Like, dude. Like,
This guy's
dude,
such a
I
freak, dude.
understand
Why
that
do
when
you
there's smoke,
insist
there's
on
fire
doing this with
analogy,
kids around?
But like, if you're trying to help the trans movement, maybe don't show up in kids' bathrooms and in Disneyland.
It's just,
and
like, so
talking
weird,
like a
bro.
toddler and all of this shit. It's insane.
video, children can be heard in the
This is
back.
why you have to fucking take care of your children, bro.
Yeah,
While Tino
100%.
discusses having surgery to remove the old dingle dangles and man pickle, while illustrating the whole thing using Minnie Mouse cake pops.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear.
One, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't raise my expectations. Don't raise my expectations like that.
We're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel.
And it's using like terminologies that could pass algorithm checks. It's insane.
Fortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand. That's bad because the outside of the wand is what becomes the inside of the tunnels.
God, dude. Oh my God. Oh,
Dude,
God.
why are
It's
you
just,
telling
it's the
me this?
mixture. It's the bow and the hair and the doing this in Disneyland and the using terminologies
Like,
that
why
could,
the fuck
that
are
could
you
survive
talking
social
about this
media
around
and
fucking
teaching
kids,
children about
dude?
sex change
In
surgeries
Disney,
and shit.
like, why don't you go
Children
on a
should not
fucking
hear
ride,
about this
dude,
at
and
all.
shut up. Like, why?
Children shouldn't even know this exists. Oh my God. See, as it is right now, it's a very tiny little Twizzler, and soon it's gonna be my very own Starlac pit.
So you don't want hair growing there, or else it's very uncomfortable.
Personally, I'm very upset
I am also very uncomfortable.
about the marshmallow wand and tunnel reference.
That was
I
disgusting.
don't. It's not food, and it isn't a tunnel. I rebuke this.
So I think people don't
Yeah,
really understand how
I
like
just
wild
gotta
sex
know what
change
the
surgeries
definition of
are.
a
They
tunnel is. There has to be an
slice
entrance
the
and an
penis
exit.
in like 4, I think, and then they like fold it over so that you can still have the stimulation nerves on the penis to still exist, so it can still stimulate. It's a lot of information for sure, for real.
This so hard. Unsurprisingly, people were immediately upset.
Well done. You have angle-handedly, with this drivel, have set back trans rights in the UK back 30 years. But hey, you got facial feminization surgery. I'm telling you, bro. No one hurts the trans movement like the trans movement. Boss man, why'd you pick this rabbit hole? I research every rabbit hole, and I regret it this time.
With much of the criticism being that it is deeply inappropriate to talk about something like this at Disney with small children around.
And to
Yeah,
small
like, what are we
children
doing,
on,
dude?
You know, your platform.
And Tino clearly knew that this was wrong and weird, given that the video starts with the admission that this is going to result in a ban from Disney. But this actually became a bit of a trend for Tino, posting inappropriate content alongside content directed at children.
It's crazy that this is a rabbit hole that
Like, this
fucking
guy's such a
exists on the
fucking freak,
internet
dude.
altogether. Like, that's why by the way, my parents did this for me, and I'm so grateful they did, and I'm gonna definitely do it for my children. No smartphones, all right? No smartphones. No smartphones with unfettered internet access. It's not happening. It is not happening. Like, you have no idea what fucking rabbit holes random kids are gonna go down. And
Facts.
parents would much rather babysit their children with a random iPad than actually parent them. It's insanity.
Oh
I'm
yes,
sorry, I personally
the
think
era
that
of the
Disney
iPad
adults
kid.
are really,
The dark
really
times.
weird.
True.
So this
Trans
might be
girl
nothing,
eats
but
at Disney. We
Tino
don't
also
care
has
that you're
many,
trans,
many
dude.
videos at Disney dressed all
You have to tell us
cutesy,
every
wearing
time.
shirts about trans kids. I don't know, guys.
Anytime I see trans kids, it's immediately a red flag. It's immediately a red flag. No trans kids. Stop it. They don't exist. Stop saying it.
I think, given who this person is, this is extra weird. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah,
It just-
100%.
It rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, about 2 months after the Disneyland incident, I started posting videos to TikTok, seemingly
This is literally child's content. Oh my god.
making an attempt to impersonate a popular YouTuber called Miss Rachel, who makes content for tiny humans.
Oh my god, dude. How does this happen? Many such cases. Why does it end up in this spot every time? Like, why does it end up there? Like, I don't understand.
put it on the
I thought
line
you were a
every
food
single
reviewer
time.
that happened to be trans. Like, dog, when you're teaching this shit to kids, it is 1 iota away from grooming. It
Yeah,
really
literally,
is.
you're just
Why are you
one
teaching
act
children
away.
sexual shit?
Except Miss Rachel's
me like a
content
full-on
is like
predator.
singing and dancing, whereas Tino's content is like this.
Can you say she's so playful? Good. Can you say they like to hop? Good job.
My man is
They
literally just a
don't want to
roommate.
misgender the frogs.
They're turning the frogs gay.
What the fuck? Tino even captioned the video.
That's what he meant
my
by-
god, it says 12 million views!
They're turning the frogs
Who do you
gay?
think is seeing this? Who do you think is watching this? Why is the algorithm pushing this? Oh my god, dude!
Trans Miss Rachel.
Yeah, this shit is
Parasocial
so
grooming
weird, dude.
turned to 1,000. What is going on, bro?
These videos on their
They're turning the freaking frogs gay! I can't believe they're
Yeah,
doing
he
this.
said
They're
it.
turning the freaking frogs gay.
own are already incredibly
He said
weird
it.
to me,
They're
but
turning the
initially
frogs gay.
they weren't to everyone. Lots of people
Nah, the
viewed this
frogs.
as helpful to young kids for some weird reason,
Yikes.
which it absolutely is not. But soon it became clear to everyone with eyeballs that Tino was mixing this child-directed content with this type of thing.
Like, at what point do people just open their eyes and realize that something fucked up is happening? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you something that is definitely true and people don't want to hear. I'm certain that the majority of people that see this think it's fucked up. The majority of people that see this think it's fucked up. You have a kid's pronouns fucking
Dude,
grooming video right
what
next to
the fuck,
this
bro?
shit.
This is-
Everyone thinks
this
it's fucked
is
up.
just-
But everyone's scared to say.
And then they be saying, "Oh, it doesn't affect you. Like, you know, it's not bothering you. So why do you care? Like, dude, you're literally trying to groom kids. Like, you're like, what?
Say it. Because they know that they're going to be labeled as a transphobe and canceled on Twitter. You're going to cancel them on Twitter, bro. That is literally
Joke's on you.
fact.
I don't even have a Twitter.
Because
Can't
there's
cancel
no
what I
way
don't
people
have,
thinks
idiot.
this isn't fucked up. Everyone does, and no one will say anything because they will be flamed as transphobic.
Side note, I also find
Shit, dude. Look at the side-by-side here.
it kind of hilarious how back in August 2024, Tino posted another of these Miss Rachel style videos
Right next to trans pregnant person and oh,
on
God.
TikTok. And then the very next video that was posted was Tino addressing SA allegations.
Wow,
Oh my God, of
that
course.
is crazy. Oh,
Of
Lord.
course, here we
Dude,
go.
The whiplash.
The meat and the
Even as
bones.
recently as this month, April 2025, Tino posted a video reading a
This is crazy. This is like
I honestly knew it was gonna come down to this. Like, I just like, bro. As soon as I saw this person's face for the first time, when I first loaded up the video, I just thought to myself, ah, shit. Oh, fucking shit.
Unabashedly, objectively, babies content. This is content for like 3 and 4 year olds. Unreal. Content for 3 to 5 year old children.
And it's just like progressively getting worse and worse and worse.
You cannot make this shit up. This is the poster child for hating the trans movement.
Trans children's book among.
And how is this person not banned? Or at least channel labeled as 18 plus?
Because they're trans. You just answered your own question.
And the donut vagina videos. And all of this doesn't even cover the
whiplash. This to this. Many such cases. Dude, tell me this
That's
isn't
disgusting.
like black pilling. That no one says anything about this. By the way, that's why I cover these videos. It's because I feel like no one talks about it and people should. And I'm so glad that Sydney Watson made this video. It's
100%.
unreal.
plethora of bizarreness that Tino has posted as a result of being on OF. I can't believe people pay for this. I am really beginning to think that the vast majority of people probably need some sort of license to use the internet because they cannot be trusted. Because this is the kind of thing that they're paying for. I'm not going to show you too many of these because I would have to blur them and that they're paying for. I'm not going.
Bye. Hi, homies. It's Tony.
I'm going to show you too many of these because I would have to blur them, and I'm too lazy for that. But obviously, I'm gonna show you what I can.
Bro.
I am deeply sorry already.
I really hated that. All of it.
Anyway, even in Tino's link tree on Instagram, OF is right there at the top for people to
That's where it always is.
click on and access. These clips also aren't terribly hard to find because Tino has also posted a lot of them on Maine. You guys know that I have talked a lot about OF and its creators, but you really don't see a ton of them.
You're used to lore dives. Well, get ready for a whore dive. Whore dive content.
A wench dive?
Bouncing between adult content and child content.
No, that's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. And you know why? You know why people get away with this? They get away with it because people are scared to call them out. That is exactly why.
Yeah,
I
because of the woke
guarantee
movement.
There will be some
It's
fucking
rules
Twitter
for thee,
thread
not for
somewhere
me.
about
They only
me,
want free speech for
calling me
them, but not for
transphobic
anybody
and
else.
shit and whatever, and labeling me as all the obes and the ists under the sun for this video.
100%.
But dog, this needs to get called out. It needs to get called out, dude.
Oh, don't worry, dude. We're calling it out right here, right now, live in 4K.
Crazy
content. I mean, sometimes they do blend them, but that's when you call the police. Anyway, speaking of calling the police, this brings me to some of the less obvious stuff. Tino has posted hours upon hours of content on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Mostly live streaming, eating food, or watching videos and the like. Tino also has a Discord and a private Patreon.
That's where it happens. Fuck, man.
During a live stream from March 2024, Tino is interacting with fans and is once again being very innuendo-y and sexual. At one point, Tino asks a fan called Shelby or Shelbert, who I have to assume is a young person replying on Discord or somewhere.
I mean, who else would join this person's Discord if not for children?
If they like eating groceries or if they prefer to have their groceries eaten.
What?
Okay. Y'all eat the booty like groceries?
What?
Be honest. Be
What
honest,
the
Shelbert.
fuck?
Or do you enjoy yours being consumed?
Realizing.
See, that's why we do these lore dives. Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire. And you're gonna call me transphobic for making fun of this individual? Really? You're gonna call me transphobic? Oh, come on. Where are your priorities?
That Shelby's mum is also listening to the podcast. Tino goes on to say that the discussion is only about fresh produce and it's nothing weird. Before
He's talking about eating ass nuts. Thank you for explaining that to me, Chad. Yeah, I totally did not pick up on that.
continuing this
booty
food
hole.
innuendo
I'm
discussion.
here- I'm
now,
Nukem
obviously,
Duke,
I don't know
and
how
I'm
old
here
the
to kick
people
gum
in
and
question
chew
here are,
ass.
but this reads to me like Shelby is a pretty young person, especially if they have a parent tuning in to also watch the stream. I am not joking when I say that parents need to be a lot less liberal about who their kids are interacting with on the internet.
Parents need to be a lot less liberal about who their kids
A
are
lot of
interacting with.
shit.
That's
Not
what I meant.
just that.
Because you end up with situations like this. And I know that what gets said publicly is almost always so much worse behind the scenes.
Oh, for sure. What this is happening recorded.
Oh, 100%,
What do you think is happening
dude.
in private Discord chats and Patreons?
Yeah, like, do you think these people just want all their dirty laundry aired out like that? Like, no, they're gonna try and obscure and hide as much as they can, so that way when it's time to confront the truth. It's only like a fragment of the truth, and then that way it makes it look like it's less bad than it actually is, so they could get away with it easier.
So just bear that in mind when you consider the young people that are probably in this audience. Like I said, no fire, but lots of smoke. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier, using food to discuss things is kind of Tino's MO. Like this video where the TikToker discusses wanting to put something cream-filled.
God, stop. Why are there like hundreds of these videos?
In one's mouth.
They banned Spider-Man Elsa videos. What is this?
It will be trying
Spider-Man
ding-dong.
Elsa
Wait,
videos.
No. See, it's got. I'm also trying things that are filled with cream.
At this point, just launch me into the sun. No, really, you'd be doing me a favor. Thankfully, Tino has actually been called out for all of this weird and creepy behavior on a number of occasions.
Okay.
People have called Tino out for
Wait, what? No.
having a spicy photo area on Discord where presumably young.
This is an actual screenshot of Tino's Discord. Unironically, I prefer Johnny Somali.
This man,
What is
Gino?
happening right now? On Tino's Discord, there is a chat for spicy photos not safe
Tino
for
and
work right next to kiddo
Tarantino?
photos. Nah, dude. And see,
Oh
the
my
crazy
God,
thing
kiddo
is,
photos?
you're a bad guy if you call this out. Remember, according
What
to the
the
fucking
fuck,
social
dude?
media hive mind of
This guy's a
retards on
fucking
Twitter,
freak, bro.
you are the bad guy for
I wouldn't
calling
be
this out.
surprised if he
No, in
has
fact,
like
this is
fucking
educational
some
content.
type of
young
videos
fans
or
are,
pictures or
as
some
well
shit.
as
Like
a
it would not
kiddo
surprise me.
photo section below the
Those are just my
spicy
own
photo
personal
section.
opinions.
People on Reddit were actually particularly incensed by all of this, claiming that Tino also solicits money from young fans and constantly interacts with them on live streams and other video content.
Crazy.
So, you know, there's all that. I obviously don't have the time or the mental stamina to go through the hours upon hours of content on Tino's YouTube channel, but I bet that if I did, or if someone else did, they would find a lot of inappropriateness and creepiness.
I found inappropriate creepiness.
Oh, 100%.
Within those videos. Even just skimming the surface, this is a person who routinely puts themselves in situations involving children that are very inappropriate. And the way that Tino seems to interact with presumably young people sets off a lot of red flags. And obviously the trans Miss Rachel stuff is not helping. And the way that Tino goes about instigating conflict and arguments and unpleasant situations.
Again, this is just yelling into the crowd. There's a this person is probably going to end up looked into by the authorities.
Oh,
let's be
100%.
real. I'm not saying I want it to happen.
I mean, dude, you're
I don't
basically
want
like a
any
shadow
victims to exist,
child
but,
predator.
let's
Like
be
at this point,
honest.
you're just going
out
in there into
public
the
is
bathroom
really
just
a
to
testament
get a
to
peek
what
at
kind
kids.
of person we are dealing with here.
That's
A
just
really
my
shitty
opinion.
person. Again, I believe in respecting people in general. You don't want to get into fights with people in public and shit like that. But if you're gonna act like an asshole, why do you expect like you deserve respect? That's aside from. It's all worth it. It is all worth it. Absolutely. You cannot be afraid to call people out because it might make you sound racist or some shit, man. Like,
Yeah, I
that
can't
is
feed into that shit.
Unreal and irrational. Like the amount of people that I see just like look at England. Okay, if you post an Islamophobic meme in England, they arrest you. Like, what are we even talking about?
Dude, not even that, dude. If you like fucking just post in the WhatsApp chat for a fucking like, you know, like the PTA parents, and you just say like one bad thing about one of the teachers, instant jail time, dude.
Transgender as a shield. Now, on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder: check out Fume using the link in the description. It might be my side of the aisle where you think this is bizarre.
Bizarre? No, dude.
Bizarre
You
is an
don't know
understatement.
why somebody would make content like this. Do you think that it's all pretty normal and this is really not
Criticized from society is a bizarre proportion enough.
Dude,
all of the TikToks.
I honestly, in my
Like, what are we
opinion,
even
think that
talking
their
about?
fucking
Do
minds
you
have been
think
sent
that
to the shadow realm.
OF content is extremely weird and inappropriate? What do you think of the
What else would it be, dude?
child-orientated content that's being made?
Yeah, dude, honestly, like, if you're going after children, in my opinion, I just think that's fucking weird, bro. Like, you're a fucking freak. Like, for what, like, bro, isn't it supposed to be, like, you know, just you? Like, this only affects you? Like, it doesn't have to do with anybody else? You know, like, you just only want to be trans and that's it? Why are you focusing so hard on the kids? Why are you trying to, you know, get kids to also be trans? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. Anyways, leave our fucking kids alone. I'm out of here. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.